So we're going to start this rainbow with a slip knot. And once you've got that slip knot, you're going to then put it onto your hook. And we're going to chain 12. So just a quick reminder, this pattern is in UK terms. So chain in the UK and the US is exactly the same. But as we go on through the video, you might want to adjust if you're more used to working with US terms, because everything in this pattern will be UK terms. Okay, nearly at the end now. And once you've got your chain 12, what you're going to do next is you're going to join the two ends of the chain together to make a circle. So you do this by pushing your hook into the very first chain that you made, and then using a slip stitch to join the two ends. Once we've done that, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to pop 1 treble in the same space as that chain 3. Remember, we're in UK terms, you guys. So 1 treble in that same space. And then once you've done that, you're going to put 2 trebles in each chain around. We're going to work 2 trebles in each of the other chains around. That first chain 3 acts as our first stitch. So we'll pop 2 trebles in each of these chains around, and I will meet you guys back at the beginning when you've done that. Okay, so this is what your work should look like once you've put your 2 trebles in every chain. Don't worry if it's a little bit twisted. What we're going to do now is we're going to join the end of the round. So we're going to join to the top of the beginning chain 3. It can be a little bit fiddly. Just get your hook in there as best as you can. Don't worry too much about it, as long as you've joined the rounds together. Okay, so now we're going to join our new colour. So the way that you're going to do this is you're going to bring your new colour in, and when you're joining that new round, you want to slip stitch with the new colour instead. So you see here I've hooked my new colour over my hook and I'm pulling my new colour through those two loops, and that just pops that new colour onto my hook nicely. I'll show you what to do to secure it a little bit more afterwards. But for now, we're going to chain 2. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to put 2 half treble, so again UK terms, in the next stitch. So we're going to put 2 half treble in the next stitch. So if you're in the US, this will be a half double crochet. UK half treble crochet. And one more in there. Okay, so the next stitch we're going to do 1 half treble. And then the next stitch we're going to do 2 half treble. So we're working around 1 half treble, 2 half treble in the next, and we're repeating that series around the ring. When you're repeating a series like this, you'll always end with the increase or the decrease. So in this instance, I'm always going to be ending on a 2 half treble. So let me just show you really quickly what to do with this colour change. So it doesn't really matter too much because all these ends are going to be hidden inside the rainbow. You want to snip off your first colour, like so, and then all you're going to do is you're going to tie your colour change end to your first colour end in a knot. It's as simple as that. It just secures them a little bit more. But also the ends are going to be hidden inside the rainbow, so you haven't got to worry too much about weaving your ends in for this project either. And then once you've secured them, we can just go ahead and carry on with the 1 half treble, 2 half treble in the next, all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on with that, and then I'm going to meet you guys back when we join our next colour in. Okay, so I finished the end of my second colour round. So we're going to join to the first half treble that we made this time, just for ease really. It doesn't really matter in this pattern if we join it to the beginning chain or the first stitch. So we're going to do exactly the same thing as before. We're going to push your hook through the stitch, and then you're just going to leave that on your hook for a second, and then we're going to bring in our new colour and we're going to hook that on, and then we're going to close. So we're going to make that slip stitch with that new colour, and that's that new colour joined in. We'll start the round off again, so chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to half treble in the next stitch. So again, UK terms, half treble. and then we're going to put 2 half treble in the next stitch. So the pattern for this one is half treble, 2 half treble in the next, and you're just going to work like that all the way around. Half treble, 2 half treble in the next. That's going to be your pattern of stitches for this round. And we're going to do exactly the same thing with that colour change once we've done a few more stitches as well. So we've got a half treble in this one. And then in this one we've got another half treble, and then 2 half treble in the next one. Amazing. So we're going to just finish this little colour change and make it nice and secure in exactly the same way as before. Snip off your second colour and tie the start of your third colour to the end of your second colour, just in a double knot. It's just, because it's so easy, because the ends are going to be all stuffed inside the rainbow, you don't really have to worry about it too much. This way it's just an extra bit of security. Excellent. So now that's done, we can finish our last round. So we've got a half treble, and then 2 half treble in the next pattern to work around, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to meet you guys at the end. Okay, so we're right at the very end now, and then we're going to join to finish this round to the first half treble that we made. This is the last round. So you join with the same colour. We're not colour changing at this stage. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold our circle in half. So it should naturally fold into a little semicircle shape. And you'll see all those ends that are in there, just bring them down to the side for now, and then once we crochet up the side of the rainbow, we'll be able to stuff them in the rainbow and hide them away. So what we're going to do here is we're going to double crochet, so UK terms, up the side of the rainbow. You're going to push your hook through the first side, and then you're going to push your hook through the other side, and you're going to double crochet the 2 sides together, and you're going to do that all the way up the top edge of the rainbow. So we're going to go into the next one in the first side and in the second side, and then double crochet, and this will secure the 2 sides of your rainbow, so it will hook them all together so you've got that nice arch shape. So we're going to finish that off, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys what we're going to do with that bottom half. Okay, so I'm at the end, so we're just going to fasten off like you normally would. And for me, that's just a slip stitch pull through. And we're going to just tighten that knot. And that's the basic shape of your rainbow. But what you can see at the bottom is that we've got all those ends sticking out, and it's not closed, it's still open. So we're going to need to close that, and we're just going to simply do that with the very first colour that we used and a yarn needle. We're just going to sew it closed. And you can do it in a couple of ways. You can either do a sort of, I don't know any of the terms, a slip sewing closed, or you can do a running stitch. I'm going to use a running stitch just because I find that easiest and it's quickest for me, and I think it looks a little bit neater. So you're going to want to sew the bottom of your rainbow closed, and then you will want to weave your ends in. Now the really good thing about this is it's a double layer, so you can push your ends through into the middle, and then they'll be easily hidden. So let's sew the bottom of the rainbow closed, and then when it comes to weave, Okay, so everything's sewn, closed. We're going to weave the ends in and then we're done. So super simple, this one. No need to like thread them through a load of stitches. All we need to do is push our end into the middle of the rainbow. So you can see here I'm pushing my needle through the middle and you can't see it on either side. Once you've done that, just pull it out of a stitch in between stitches, pull it nice and tight and then snip it off. And what that'll do is, because you've pulled it tight, once you snip it off, it'll spring back into the rainbow. And once you've made it neater, you can't see that at all. And with anything like amigurumi or something that's double layered, it's a really nice way to weave in the ends because you haven't got to worry about weaving them through a lot of stitches. They're just going to hide really nicely in that piece. So thanks for putting up with my poorly voice today, guys. You've made a cute little rainbow. Please like and subscribe as ever, and I'll see you in the next one.